Oke guys, lanjut ke game kedua ya, antara Nipflash melawan dari Geek Fam. Oke lah, Vincent pakai Roger, Hades Kocak pakai Julianto ya. Match point guys buat Geek Fam, tapi gue berharap sih Nipflash bisa menang sih guys ya. Kelihatannya Zuxin adalah kunci ya.
On the flip side of having the Cho being able to move around the map, you have Matilda, right? It feels like Beloyski's Matilda is the answer to a majority of the things that Geek Fam has. Hades shows up and instantly realizes that there's nothing that they could do, so a quick reset for NIP Flash.
Geek Fam here, taking it slow, applying a little bit of pressure on the top lane just to make sure that Kadera is fine farming. End of the day, Moskov is still that backup plan if things go south. If there is still a farmed up Moskov, this way can carry most of misery.
JPL gotta be really careful with that. Chidera and Beloyski working together, and this lane pretty much skewed in the favor of Geek Fam. Forced an early recall for Owl, he lost out at least 2 minutes in the process. The minion wave is going to crash underneath the turret at the same time. Geek Fam freeing up Beloyski.
Yeah, and the fact that you have the guiding wind, you don't have to be too worried about rotation because you can immediately get to the bot lane when the turtle spawns.
Yeah. Another recall for Owl, gotta force to be reset. Maybe NIP Flash can get something done on the bot side. Bring Vincent back, but that's just not enough. Hades too far away to have an impact. And even for mid side, JPL, despite finding Beloyski, cannot follow up. Forced away by a boy.
And then the Merit spawn coming out from the Zaz is so annoying to deal with, right? One moment you think, it's just a little bit of damage, but the damage over time starts to add up, and this is where Zaz is so deceiving. Just when you think you're fine, once he hits the level 4, then it's just so painful to deal with.
You just don't want to deal with it, right? It's such a headache.
Yeah.
Very minimal solutions.
Yeah, and when he has the dominant descent, it just gets worse.
It just gets worse. And he gets going 1, it gets even worse. So the pain only ramps up. Turtle has spawned. This is where Adamir has a very important job. You can say the same for JPL, right? Can they catch a target that is not under the effects of guiding wind? Gobs, with the penalties on flicker, finds Hades in the back, so Hades needs to be escorted out. Geek Fam taking control of the turtle pit, and Adamir being the front line takes away the nightmare spawn, but here comes the demonic descent. Curtisi in danger, he's burning down, and it's gonna be a flicker.
Hades Kocak yang dapat di-score jadi tipis.
Vincent gets kicked away by JPL.
Vincent Raul
dapat
seharusnya.
Buset, gak dapat dia. Hades with the save, and NIP Flash
mahal guys ya.
Well, we said it, if anyone can, it's Hades, right? Despite having a bit of a slightly sticky situation at the start, we saw the penalty zone coming in. A really good guiding wind to pull the Terisla out of a sticky situation. Under it all, Hades with that retribution to secure the turtle there. This is the break that NIP Flash need.
Yeah, not only is getting the objective under that pressure, but also saving his teammate at the same time. All things considered, this is a start that NIP Flash will definitely appreciate, but we are already seeing some of the problems, some of the tests that Geek Fam kind of issues, right? How do you get past this Zaz? How do you deal with the mobility that the Matilda provides?
Curtisi now is looking to roam. Like we said, when you have a true swing, you want to be on the front foot, right? Not necessarily in terms of aggression, but at least in the lead, so that when you spot someone out, you can start to initiate. Because when you're on the back foot, even if you do pull someone back, it's just a green light for the opponents to jump right in front of you. So I think
Owl holding himself pretty well, despite being put behind just slightly on the top side.
Baloy
looking for kick angle, doesn't find it, so eager for Beloy to get away. And with Vincent around, NIP Flash couldn't take
Udah menit 4 belum terjadinya first blood guys ya.
Coming off the mid lanes now, caught into action. A boy waiting in the brush. I was expecting a fight there, right? Because Aboy, you never know what he's gonna do. He does have the damage because he had the Dominus Descent, but just Cho, he can just chicken do and shimpo out of that.
Definitely a way slower game compared to game number 1, right? NIP Flash finding certain solutions to not only stop Geek Fam from snowballing out of control, but also to protect themselves, right? You build this wall to
turtle yang kedua ya.
Space on this carry. Second turtle up on the bot side. This could be where it starts to break the game open.
And this is very uncharacteristic of both teams. Usually we would have a first blood or 2 by now, but because of the gravitas of this match, right, the importance on these results, you can feel like there is a hinge, a little bit of uncertainty on both sides.
Baloy.
Pull back, circling eagle to the back. JPL also
tendangannya kurang guys, kurang mantap.
The chains come up, penalty zone from Golf, locking down JPL and Hades, but they both will get away for now. The stun, not enough from the side of the boy, but it might be sufficient to catch Hades in the bad spot.
Kocak. Tipis banget.
And his first blood going over to a boy.
Kelas boy.
It felt a little bit too close for my liking. Baloyski as well.
Gak ada retri sih guys.
Going down and JPL looking for a pick-off.
Baloy gak ada darah loh. Hati Baloy. Free guys ya. Malah Baloy yang dapat guys. Boleh.
Sort of an MVP for that fight.
Baloy sekarang agak kurusan ya guys ya. Mantap sih. Thunderbelt guys, gelo. Awal-awal langsung Thunderbelt bos.
But it's so unfortunate that Kertizi
got
caught with the crowd control. This is how close the game is, right? Turtle on both sides, and look at the goal. Not even 3-digit lead for either side. It's jumping back and forth, back and forth. Wow, we are in for a ride, but NIP Flash at this point still trying to manage a little bit of a goal lead there, making sure that this carry farms up. Same thing goes for Geek Fam, the more score farming up right now. I think for JPL and Baloyski, it's all about these two. Yeah. Who can make the better play for their teams to enter these team fights?
Toughest challenge for NIP Flash yet. I mean, JPL really wants to help clear the wave and will be successful in doing so at the cost of some of his HP. The turret's still very low, and I think Geek Fam, they want this structure with the next wave. Bottom side, drop the penalty zone to delay time, but Hades finds the kill.
Menang Hades lah guys.
This is good. This is good for NIP Flash. We're starting to see the barrage roam around a lot more now. This is very characteristic from what we saw from the entirety of the tournament. Whenever the barrage comes online, you want him to be that front line.
And Ao instantly uses the ultimate, pushes Geek Fam back, defends the structure for a second time in a row. NIP Flash finally getting Adamir to the top side. And that does set them up for Ao to have more space, but Turtle is on bot side though.
Yeah, it's so tough. It's so tough when you're up against a Matilda, and this is what she brings to the bot, right? Not only does she have a great sense of mobility, she also can pull her teammates out of trouble, like we saw.
JPL.
If JPL wants to fight this, Baloyski will commit onto it with the help of Tadera. JPL forces a flicker, and Ao also needs to back off. A constant headache. What do you do, right? JPL just does not want to get the kick. Or rather, he can't.
Yeah, but at the same time, well, this is good for NIP Flash. You are giving more time for this carry to come in the game. And like we said, when you have a Barats on your side, and he does pick up that Thunderbelt, this is where he will skill. But interestingly enough, Adamir actually decided to go for the Gunden's help. So I think he's just looking for more HP to tank up, rather than, you know, that late game skilling.
Yeah, not even a Thunderbelt first. And then knockout from Baloy. Turtle goes over to Hades. A good engage, but Gobbs comes in with the counter. NIP Flash
Adamir.
Take this out. Kertizi stacking up the damage with the lantern.
Adamir, nice banget aboy. Double kill boy class.
As Kertizi takes Winston down, Gob still healing up, and Baloy pulls him to safety for another time. Now it's our turn to join the fight, but it's just not enough. Baloyski pulled back out, picks up the kill, even trace, but NIP Flash gets the objective.
Really prolonged fight, and he even had enough time to call both the goal laners from the top lane into the middle. But now look at this choosing. Kertizi just being a pain in Gob's neck. That burning. Is it enough? No, it isn't. Hades nearly wanted to follow up there as well. But boy, this game is close. But NIP Flash now starting to have a little bit of a lead in their favor. Just slightly under 1.5k goal. However, on the other side, Kadera just finding this pocket of spaces to push down that tier 1 tower at the top lane.
This is what I want to talk about. Something that Geek Fam has brought to the table so far. How do you solve a boy? Oh, well, this king maybe is one of the stars. Baloy.
Baloynya tumbang guys ya.
Him down mid-air. NIP Flash finding signs of life. Top tier 1 goes down. But yes, how do you solve a boy right now?
Well, I think first and foremost is about rotating quickly enough that the Zaz doesn't get put in the picture. This is where NIP Flash have been finding pickups, right? Baloyski finds himself in no man's land, you know, Way of Dragon kick, sends him backwards. The carry is there to follow up. And Geek Fam, if they're not too careful, JPL can find even more of these engagements. And I think NIP Flash have to constantly do it. They cannot allow Geek Fam the rest that they did not have in game 1.
Absolutely. Actually, they caught Baloy before his Purify came off cooldown. It was like a 3-second difference. While NIP Flash, they now maybe can look to set up for the Lord, spawning top side right now. Seems like most of them are positioned in that spot, but again, a boy is going to be a bit of a headache. JPL finds it, that's the cake, Purify baited out. A boy will go into his ultimate as Kerjasamayakalitv pops his to bait distance. Beloyski also in the fight. Adamir on a separate angle, dealing with Vincent and Gobs, both teams looking to just play this tug of war.
Yeah, this is good for NIP Flash. Dominance Descent already used, so our boy would not be effective in team fight, but NIP Flash, they're playing it very safe. You know, you can't afford to make a mistake. We work so hard for the goal.
4 banding 3 menit 10 guys, ini bakal lebih ngeri sih guys harusnya. Pertarungan Lordnya ini loh.
Lord dances are hard, man. Lord just hits harder and harder with every second, and Hades had to retreat because he was the only one on that objective. And Geek fam successfully pushing NIP Flash off the Lord, but NIP Flash, they don't want to let go of space, and they're trading their health as a result of that.
Geek fam doing a very good job at managing the pace, right? They're pulling the ball in NIP Flash court, but it's a hot potato instead of a basketball because Geek fam, they have everything resetted. Dominance Descent once again available for a boy, and if Geek fam really want to, they can take this fight to NIP Flash.
And Adamir just used the Daytona's welcome. He was trying to fish for something, but Geek fam were just not in range, so key spells are gone. Maybe JPL will be the difference maker. He's going to be spotted out by Gobs. That's not the target you want. And this nightmare spawn from a boy is just a nuisance. That's a walking turret.
But this is also not too bad for Adamir, right? As a Barrage, remember the first item he picked up was the Guardian's Helm. So as long as he goes out of fight, not for too long, he can regen those HP back. So really good balance coming up for both teams. But for Geek fam, look at that. They're confident the NIP Flash will not take the lot. They even sent the Roger into the jungle to get extra far.
Endless battle.
The majority of
udah diamankan oleh Vincent ya.
Comes from Hades, right? 1,000 ahead of this Roger. But like you said,
dua Thunderbolt guys, gelo Vincent sama
and on the same time,
Balo ya.
He's also been given some of the jungle camps. This tango, very extended. Both teams, they don't want to give up space.
Ya buahnya balik guys, gelo.
And we're already starting to see Vincent hit that level 15, so that sort of the level gap that Hades had over the Roger is completely gone, and this is good for Geek fam.
Yang pertama ya guys, ya guys. Lord pertama guys, udah level 2 guys, gelo. Mereka berdiam diri 2 menit lebih jir.
His 15 first, so still a level ahead of Vincent. NIP Flash looking to rush down the Lord, the Blitz.
Kena GPL loh, Parisnya dapat.
Gets the objective. Gobs isolated the JPL
and Adamir gak bisa lah guys.
To keep Geek fam away, a sacrifice that is worth it. But Geek fam might just want more. Vincent can't find the space. JPL in the front, shun post to safety. NIP Flash makes the move.
Yeah, Adamir scapegoat of it all. NIP Flash, they were looking for the Lord. They got it. They tried to look for the re-entry, but Geek fam, they're not gonna push their luck so far.
Hades is gonna try Chadera.
That was close. That was close.
Sakit banget. Tinggal seber doang guys, Chadera guys.
Yeah. Or at least a Purify.
Yeah, that's right. And JPL now just gonna go back. I think they're gonna reset things. That was how long it took to take the Lord.
Itu kalau bukan Chadera sih udah pasti langsung buang Purify guys, sumpah.
Down the bot lane now. I think for Geek fam, it's about clearing up the waves, and they have the resources to do so, right? A boy on the Zaz, you got Moskov. Those are really good wave clears, but Vincent dropping very low.
They want Vincent. Vincent rolls away the transform.
Gobs,
sacrificial lamb. Good.
Lu ngapain Gobs?
NIP Flash still has capacity continuing this blitzkrieg. Geek fam wanting to hold this siege back. JPL again fishing for an opportunity. Beloyski will buy time with the circling ego as the Lord gets whittled down, but this should be an inhibitor for NIP Flash. What a push.
Yeah, fantastic macro lane management coming up for NIP Flash to get not only tier 3 at the bot lane, but also tier 2. And look at how tanky Adamir is as a barrage, but JPL finding a little barrage.
Karena lo Chadera gila. Juga mati sih. Balonya mati. Vincent fokus. Mati guys.
But Chadera, he has free reign out, trying to man fight Gobs.
Gila, Chadera belat tunggu guys, buset. Zuxin semahal itu bro, gelo.
For NIP Flash.
This is tough for a boy and NIP Flash.
Mau langsung end kah?
They shot the 3-point, they landed it. Can they
close
this game out?
Bisa guys.
Desperately trying to defend.
Buset, bisa loh.
But I think NIP
bisa loh.
They have it in
wah, minion bentar lagi. Alah, gak sempet guys minionnya guys, gelo. Kelas mahal. Zuxin terlalu mahal bro. Yang dapetin Zuxin udah pasti menang ya guys ya. terbaik lah guys ya. Oke lah ya, kita lanjut ke game ketiga guys ya, match penentuan guys, siapakah yang bakalan lolos ke playoff ya guys ya. Bye bye.